Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte.
Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the...
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying the left side with Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really get...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A.J. Epinesa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Landry. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time. You may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Off play action. Graves. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Olave over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Garoppolo now. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. Panther touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints again ready to go on offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Graves. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, He has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense is playing well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Turn there, 17 yards.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this, because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep to the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six.
That would complete downfield to Thomas.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Garoppolo on first down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's got his man on the out route.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. So it's halftime here in
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of return. Turning to this late season game where the team's coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This one fielded at the 5. There he goes, right side. 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They run the option on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. To throw is Garoppolo. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. Touchdown, Carolina! He returns the punt 61 yards. And the Panthers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part, just got the punt return for a touchdown.
And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from him.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from him. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Agnew now to return. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Off play action. Graves sliding out of the pocket. The 20. Oh, he shifts. Touchdown. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. Man, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Take it at the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Panthers are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken... Right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a sport that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Graves. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like total at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah,
and now here is another interception. Picked off by Amari Bruno. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete there to Thomas. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
13.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And take it right on the 30. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Carolina, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.